Starting fresh as a music major or percussion major can feel very overwhelming. After 21 years of teaching in music with the last 10 at a university in Arlington, Texas, I've seen these same challenges come up again and again. Here are 10 lessons I wish I'd known earlier. They're going to help you grow faster, avoid burnout, and enjoy the journey. When starting new things, your tastes in art and music are likely way beyond your skills. This is called the skill gap. Your job now is to close that gap between your taste and skills with targeted actions. At this point in your study, quantity of practice leads more directly to quality. If you're not sure what to play, ask other people in the studio for their suggestions. Playing lots of music helps you learn the repertoire and exposes you to music you might not have heard otherwise. It takes a long time to develop your own personal style. At the beginning of your career, you often have to imitate before you can innovate. I call this the copy, combine, create framework. First, copy to build skills, then combine ideas to test your creativity, and finally create something uniquely yours. Let's make this practical. Ask 2 upper division students to suggest a fundamental exercise to help you improve something they think that you can improve. I always encourage my students to practice positive patience. You're going to be tested throughout this degree, and it takes a while to find what works. Negativity is contagious. Avoid it. If you are not getting the parts you want to play or placing in the top ensembles, consider thinking, not yet, but soon. Stress is completely natural when learning. A rubber band is at its most useful when it is fully stretched. Stretch yourself like a rubber band. That's when you're going to grow. It's also helpful to learn the law of detachment. The outcome of any action is generally out of your hands. You can only control your preparation and effort. Focus on fully showing up whenever you play your instrument. I've seen so many young musicians base their self-worth on a poor or successful performance. Great performances are a byproduct of great preparation. Resiliency is also important. The ability to keep going through failures will carry you farther in this career. Failure is feedback. The most successful musicians are the ones who keep getting back up. To put this into practice, write at least 1 failure each week into your practice journal, then answer what it taught you. For the uber intelligent, the word you need to know is autodidactic. This means self-learning. Put simply, the most successful musicians know how to teach themselves. While a teacher can often help teach you the shortcuts, the ability to teach yourself is a secret weapon. Stay curious about your art form because that curiosity fuels creativity. Prioritize self-improvement by reading books, explore tangents on topics, and add variations to exercises. All of these experiences will teach you about music and life. Even negative experiences can teach you with the right mindset. You will also remember information about things that naturally excite you. One thing I did as a very young student was keep a question list in my practice log. I wrote down any question I had about music in general. And at the start of each lesson, my teacher and I began by walking through all of my questions one at a time. I learned a lot about my teacher, percussion in general, and even techniques I wasn't officially studying at that point of the semester. Try doing this with your daily practice. What is one question that popped in your head when your focus wandered? Write it down and ask your teacher at the next lesson. Scientists test ideas to find results. Do the same thing in the practice room. In other words, be a musical scientist. Experiment with techniques, try playing different repertoire, refine your approach, all until you dial in your technique. Your primary focus should be on playing with the best possible sound 100% of the time. I tell my students that time is motion, technique is sound. Acting professional is also important in all aspects of this career. Set high expectations in how you play and prepare music, but give yourself grace and freedom to make those mistakes. You should also strive to be an absolute professional with interactions between your fellow students and your teachers. When you're not sure, ask yourself, how would a professional do this? Music is a long game. Change usually happens incrementally over the course of an entire semester. While in the practice phase, focus on making progress, not just on perfection. Learn to appreciate that journey. In fact, you'll spend most of your time in the practice phase and very little time in the actual performance phase. Wabi-sabi is a traditional Japanese aesthetic that focuses on finding beauty with an imperfection. Enjoy the process of making mistakes while practicing. Remember, even cracked cymbals can sound beautiful in the right hands. One small warning though, be careful of social media. The videos you see of performances are often polished pieces. Avoid comparing your practice sessions to someone else's highlight reel. Consistency beats intensity always. This career is improved through quantity of actions. In other words, show up every single day. You need results, not excuses. Saying things like, "I didn't have time," just means it was not a priority. To my students, I describe this through the acronym MIA. You simply have to take massive, imperfect actions. Don't wait to understand something before you act. Do, then you'll understand. True understanding will come from doing. When it comes to school, go to every single class and turn in every single piece of homework. Teachers will often work harder with students on their grades if the student made an effort to attend every single class. Likewise, we all get a little busy to give 100% effort to everything. If you didn't have time to finish the entire homework, still turn it in. A grade of 50% on an assignment will still average way better than a 0. You are embarking on a career of listening. You must simply consume a lot of music. Good music is like slow food versus fast food. Fast food may be good in the short term, but often leaves you feeling unsatisfied. Great music usually takes longer to appreciate, though you may not enjoy it at first. Listen repeatedly, going deeper on each pass-through. After gaining an understanding of the music through research and familiarity, you naturally will start picking up on why certain pieces stand as monuments in our profession. The best music is slow food. It takes time to savor, to study, to understand, learn to enjoy both kinds of music and when they may be more appropriate. Each week, pick one piece and study it like a chef studying a recipe. Note the different layers using the main musical elements as a guide. These elements often work together to create a complex musical composition like ingredients in a dish. Ego in music is a double-edged sword. The best players in an ensemble make everyone else sound better around them. No one enjoys playing in an ensemble where the individual is greater than the team. Be teachable, stay humble, and take comments constructively. Try your best to do the things asked of you. When you're performing solo, confidence is critical. Wear your confidence like a costume, even when you're nervous. Beyoncé created an alter ego named Sasha Fierce to help her cope with performance anxiety. Audiences are going to feed off your stage presence and charisma.
Dude, what are you doing?
I've only got 30 minutes to do my workout, eat my lunch, and take a nap.
But we're done for the day. It's time to go home, man. It's already dark.
You don't just play music, you're an athlete of the small muscles. Pay attention to your mind, body, and heart. Sleep is critical for maintaining focus and energy throughout the day. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Food is also fuel for your body. You simply cannot run on an empty tank. Like the food analogy with listening to music, fast food may give you an instant jolt of energy, but it's not good for you long term. Take time to discover high quality food and what it can do for your body. And lastly, healthy relationships are a great investment that help carry you through your entire career. College is your time to meet new people, discover new ways of critical thinking, and enjoy life. A healthy social life is critical to learning how to navigate complex interactions you'll experience down the road. Like an athlete, developing the mind, body, and heart are all important parts of your training. Don't confuse motion with progress. If you work non-stop 7 days a week, you'll find yourself more prone to physical injuries and mental burnout. You simply need to carve time out of your schedule for rest, hobbies, and reflection. I recommend setting aside 1 day per week to do non-school activities. Avoid low-value distractions during this day. This day is for high-value activities that are active, intentional, and fulfilling. The word no is a power word. Say no when you need to. It can help protect your well-being. As usual, language is important. Try this phrase next time. I'm not busy, I'm prioritizing this. Now, look at your schedule and commitments. Is there anything that does not move the needle forward in your studies, relationships, or career? Schedule at least 1 day that week as your reset day. Music is a lifelong journey. If you show up, stay curious, and enjoy the process, You'll not only graduate with a degree, you'll still be in love with music, and that's the real win. If you've graduated already, what lessons did you learn that helped you succeed in music or in your life? Share them in the comments below to help the community. Thanks so much for watching. It's time for me to get back to work, and until next time, keep making music and enjoy your instrument.